Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey, hello, bonjour, guten tag. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And my name is Vividiya Wijayanti. I'm from PGRI di BUANA Universitas Surabaya. Now, I will explain about 6 case success of online and blended learning. Before I explain about that, I will inform to you about different of online and blended learning. Yeah, online learning is education that takes place over the internet, and online learning can study at any time. For example, day or night, that with your schedule. And usually, online learning use computer or mobile device. Maybe you use a mobile phone or handphone. Yeah, and using online tools like discussion board, email, or video chat. And in my campus, I use platform for online learning, Zoom, Meet, or Google Meet, Google Classroom, and Veranda. And maybe lecture use WhatsApp group, yeah, and send about assignment to email. And while blended learning is a fundamental change in education design by utilizing a combination of digital learning object and active learning method to improve the learning experience and outcomes. Yeah, and blended learning have two components. Yeah, have three components such face-to-face active learning facilitated by an educator, and the second is digital learning object, often besides chunks of information, and the last is structured independent study time guided by the face-to-face teaching experience. Okay, I hope you know different about of online and blended learning. Next, I will explain about 6 case success of online and blended learning. Okay, the first is learner-centered education. Learner-centered education, also known as student-centered learning, broadly encompasses methods of teaching that shift the focus of instruction from the teacher in the student. Yeah, student-centered instruction focus on skills that enable for lifelong learning and independent problem solving. Yeah, and in learner-centered education have 3 key aspects focused the learner. Such learner is seen as being unique and meaningful way. They have unique background, circumstances, and starting point with a unique strength, challenges, interests, and aspiration. All of unique attributes call for unique response from their learning system. And the second, learner is seen as having unbound potential that will unfold at its own pace and its own way. Yeah, every single learner is a wonder to behold. And the last or the three is having a innate desire to learn. The job of the education system is to annihilate that desire. Yeah, and the second success of online and blended learning is collaborative and interactive learning. Yeah, collaborative learning is the educational approach of using group to engage learning by working together. Groups or two more learning are working together to solving problem, complete text, or learning new concept. Yeah, this approach actively engage, learn to process and synthesize information and concepts. Learners work with each other on projects where they must collaborate as a group. While interactive learning is learning that requires student participation. This participation can come through class and small group discussion as well as through exploration of the interactive learning material they are given in a digital classroom. Teacher work to press new information to student and give the student multiple opportunities to engage with that information using critical thinking, cooperation, solve, and other skills in the process. These opportunities to engage are expanded by the use of inherently interactive learning material. The more times a student works with a given set of concepts, the more likely they are to assimilate them into their knowledge base. And the third success of online and blended learning is metacognitive awareness. Metacognitive awareness means being aware of how you think, and metacognitive awareness on one thinking and the strategy of is using. It enables a student to be more mindful of what they are doing and why and how the skill they are learning may be used differently in different situations. And one of the most effective and efficient way to develop metacognitive awareness is simply talking with learners about how they doing or do things in the classroom, such recording new word, reading text, and aligning of a page in the notebook. And the fourth is increased flexibility. Flexibility or flexible learning is a method of learning where students are given freedom in how, what, when, and where they learned. Flexibility learning environment address how physical speech is used, how a student are grouped during learning, and how time is used throughout as teaching. With speech, a student may be given dedicated breakout room to work and collaboratively. And school may restructure traditional schedule to provide students with time for collaboration and the activities such guest speaker or performance to assess their understanding of the topic. And flexibility learning refers to the ability to customize one of page and mode of learning. With page, for example, a student may take an accelerated program for engage in part-time learning to ensure they have time to work on the side. Learning can take place in a variety of settings, including in the classroom, at home via the internet, while commuting or as part of work study program. And model refers to way that content is delivering by technology, typical towards blended learning, fully online course and technology in such experience. And the five is unmentally feedback. Feedback as the answer and comment given to student after they finish a text or activity. Through this feedback, a student receives information that create an idea or belief in respect to the result. For this feedback to be more effective, it shall be given immediately after the text is complete. And the immediate feedback makes learning more meaningful. In this way, the results are more efficient because the mistake and false belief of the student can be corrected more quickly, right at the moment when they are present with the challenges. The challenge. Okay, and the last is multimodal context. Is multimodal context is multimodal learning. And multimodal learning is teaching a concept using more than one mode. Such visual, auditory, reading, and writing, and kinesthetic methods. It's meant to improve the quality of teaching by matching context delivery with the best mode of learning from the student, and by engaging the mind in multiple learning styles at the same time. At the same times, learner experience a receiver learning style that collectively suit all of time. All of them. And To understand multimodal learning, the first have to know the different modalities and their characteristics. Model and channel of information, they include speech, audio, written and print, and illustration. Most of your typical online learning platform already have this mode already integrated to their system by design. Still, it is useful to understand the principle of multimodal learning to become a better educator. Okay, that's all. 6K success of online and blended learning. And I'm so sorry if I have any mistake, and thank you for your attention, and thank you for watching my video. Okay, and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.